What the idea is we're gonna create something that I'm calling either a motor gun or a gear gun. And the idea is basically we're gonna take the same principle that you use when you see a pitching machine where you have we have one motor, you have two wheels stacked on top of each other, they're both spinning really fast, and there's this gap in between the two spaces in the wheel. And you feed the baseball between that gap, it gets the friction from the two wheels spinning, and it shoots the baseball out nice and fast. Luckily for me, I have a boatload of Legos from when I was a little kid. I've got this giant Rubbermaid container filled to the brim, full of old Legos, so I can build anything I want with this. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little mat right here. Two little DC motors. These little pieces of Lego right here, little Lego setup I've got going on right here. I'm tired of this piece of duct tape down the middle. It's gonna be tough, it's too thin. I'll make you so that you're nice and level with the dude. So now we've got these two little dudes, they're ready to go, like that. We're gonna be sending this guy right here through them. The red and the red on the same side, the black and the black on the same side, to get the motors to spin in the same direction so that the little projectile will go through it. In retrospect, that seems pretty obvious, and I feel a little stupid. Knowing is half the battle. I actually recently watched G.I. Joe on Netflix. I think it was G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, and it was surprisingly good. Moment of truth here. Let's get this guy going. This guy going. Woo! It totally works! It just shot this little fucker right through. Woo! That was fast. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It works. Now, I'm gonna put the barrel on. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece of PVC pipe, we're gonna shorten it with this hacksaw. We'll be back in a second. I don't have a camera set up to show me sawing this thing in half. Who gives a fuck? It's just me sawing a fucking pipe in half. That was a terrible cut. I learned you definitely do need a saw. I need some kind of a saw. I need a jigsaw. Okay. They're looking pretty good to me. I'm just gonna hope that the overhead camera is still working. Alright, you fucking cock. Alright. Oh. It is not recording. There is some sort of problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little piece of metal guy, and this is actually, it's pretty heavy too, so I mean, even if it barely makes it out of the barrel, and these are also tiny little motors, so I mean, eventually we're gonna get some really powerful motors. Switch it on, test run, let's go. I don't know if you saw that. I'm just using my fingers trying to let go of it really fast. What I'm gonna need now is another piece of metal to sort of push it forward inside of a tube. We're gonna take our other piece of PVC pipe. We'll sort of have it there. Let me cut this PVC pipe down. Okay. In all my excitement, I forgot to put on the freaking safety goggles, and then they got a piece of PVC pipe right in the face, right in the eye. Let's sand this fucker. Here we are, piece of PVC pipe. We're going back to the workbench. We're gonna take care of business. And then I'll just use some other piece of metal to sort of feed this through and see if we can have it nice and lined up and have like a little feeding mechanism. Yeah, just have a nice little feeding mechanism on getting the little bullet into the. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking here. Here we go. I hope little kids still play with Legos, man. Fucking invaluable. When I was a little kid, a staple Christmas present every year in Santa's stocking was a box of Legos. It wouldn't be like a huge one or anything, but just something small, building a car, a spaceship, something like that you can put together with the instructions. And then wouldn't you know it, later in life, you grow up and all those years you spent building Legos as a little kid, it was just training you to set up your couch if you get it from IKEA. So, you know, who knew that things would work out so well. About to complete a great quest. Let's tape that fucker down. Alright. This is unfortunately not a family-friendly show. Get our motors running, see what happens. That didn't work out. So, what did we learn? And what we might be learning here is you want this to be up just a tiny bit higher. Okay. These two guys here. Alright. Okay, test number, whatever number test this is. Turn on our wheels. Here we go. Woo! Okay. Woo! Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is version 1. I didn't explain this earlier, and I should have, but Vera is going to be the name of this gun, right? So I called it either a motor gun, maybe call it a gear gun, something like that. But what we're looking at right here, this bad boy, if you can see it, this is Vera 1.0. Vera is, of course, a reference to
6 men came to kill me one time. The best of them carried this. It's a Callahan full-bore auto-lock. Customized trigger, double cartridge thorough gauge. It is my very favorite gun. I call it Vera.
And there you go. So this is it. This is Vera 1.0. It is a perfect little guy. You turn it on, you got the motors going, you feed it through, load up my guy, push it through, and it shoots out. Not exactly, that wasn't exactly a good one, but either way, point is, this is it. This is Vera 1.0, and so this is our first video. It actually works. It blows my mind. It's gonna keep getting better and better. So stay tuned and catch you in the next video.